Hello, everyone. Hope you guys are all having a wonderful week. Sorry, I just switched cameras because I got some new or a little bit of a different setup for tonight's live. So hopefully the camera is a little better. And wow, the camera really is good because it is picking up on all my adult zits right here. So how is everyone tonight? Hope you guys are having a wonderful evening. Let's do some quick shout outs here. Kim Burris is here. She's saying, woo, she's the first one. Well, hello, Kim. We got Linda Faust here. And wonder where everyone is. There are usually more here by now. Okay, Kim, you came in too early. Donna Hoskins is here. Hey, Donna. And Susan Yearout is here. Judy Hebert is here. Barbara Cade. Hello. And June Hansen is here. Hello, Jewel. Hello, June. Sorry. Tiffany's here. I'm on time. Yay. Suzanne Taylor is here. Hello, Suzanne. I'm binding, so won't be in the chat. Gotta get things done around here. Okay, Tiffany. And Katie Crafts is here. Hello, Katie. Sandra K saying hello. Hello, Sandra. Michelle the Quilter, how are you doing? And Debbie. Hey, Debbie. How are you, my friend? Hope everything is going good. Let's see, not sure if I said Donna Hoskins is here, but hello, Donna. And Kat F is here. She's waving hello. Judy Smith is saying, hi, Eric and all, just dropping in for a few minutes, already past my bedtime. Okay, thanks for stopping by, Judy. And Janice Miller is saying hello, Janice. Suzanne Taylor is here. I believe I said hello to Suzanne, but if not, hello, Suzanne. Sin Forrest, my friend, how are you? You made it here tonight. Glad you made it. Sorry, the chat is kind of scrolling, doing some things on me. Okay, so Jackie. Hey, Jackie. They are sending me to therapy, so we'll see if that helps. Okay. Okay. Kat is dealing with a little vertigo. So prayers to you, Kat. Hope that the therapy does help. I know I've dealt with vertigo before, and yeah, it's really not fun. Okay, so hey, Miss Sheila, how you doing, girl? Glad you made it here tonight. Linda Bedford is here. Hey, Linda. All right, so a few things, a few housekeeping things in order. Let's see, do I have the book? So before we start tonight's project, let me switch cameras here. So there's been a lot of people or a handful of people that are signing up for the Zoom call. I did send out the Zoom link, which will be on April 14th. So not this Saturday, but next coming Saturday. So if you have not received the link, please resend me the email. I probably have it, or maybe I didn't see it, or maybe it went. I've been checking the email filters, so I haven't noticed anything there. But if you have not received the Zoom link and you are interested in joining us with this Zoom, I will put the email. It's treasureheartcreations@gmail.com. That is the email to send me, and I can send over the Zoom information to you. Okay, and This is not a one-time ordeal, and it's not really, it's going to be for a couple of hours, but it's not an all-day thing. I think I scheduled it for like 4 hours, 4 hours for next Saturday, but I was kind of thinking we were going to do this monthly, at least until at least until the end of the year. So we'll see how this first one goes, and if people really enjoy it and they want to continue on with it, maybe we'll do this once a month at the same time. Okay. Whoops. Sorry. Camera is going to do that. That's something that's just built into the camera so it doesn't overheat. Love the quilt behind you. Thank you, Debbie. So if in case again you haven't heard, we are making this, or basically this ruler, and there's a pattern in this book that I will be doing on a Zoom. Now this is not a class, this is just a time for us to get together to kind of make or learn how to use this ruler. And I use this ruler to make the quilt behind me. The pattern for the quilt behind me is actually in this book. This is from a company called So Kinda Wonderful. You can purchase the ruler from them. Hopefully the camera does pick up on that. I do see it clearly on my screen here. But get the ruler, get the pattern booklet if you want to join us on the Zoom. And I will be making another version of this quilt, but it's not a class, so I'm not going to be demoing how to use the ruler, but it's just basically a time for us to kind of get together, and we can all work on the same project, or we can all work on various projects. And again, it is going to be next Thursday. I believe that is April 14th. Let me just check the calendar real quick. And there is no calendar on this computer. How odd. But I believe it is the 14th. Again, if you're interested in signing up, just send me an email at treasureheartcreations@gmail.com. I can send you the Zoom information and all of that. Okay. But yeah, there's been quite a people that, or a handful of people that are signing up. Now, there is a handful, or maybe I think like one or two people that are signed up. They don't exactly have this ruler, but they do have like a Drunkard's Path ruler, in which they're going to just be joining us to, sit or chat with us and use that ruler. That is perfectly fine. Okay. Again, this is not a class. This is just us getting together and sewing curves. So, yeah. So if you're interested, again, there's still time to sign up. And I know that this company, So Kinda Wonderful, is very appreciative of the fact that we're doing this, because we're sending sales to them. Okay. So, getting ready to head back to my sewing machine. Have a great evening. Thank you for stopping by, Susan. Judy Hebert says, I want to do it, but I will be missing the first meeting. Need to check on my mom. Oh, hope mom's doing okay, Judy. Hi. Hello, Miss Nancy. So, Jackie, the first Zoom, the very first one will be April 14th. I believe we're starting, oh gosh, I don't have my calendar on this computer. I believe it starts at 12, and we're going to run till, that's 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and we're going to go to, well, I scheduled it up until 5 p.m. We might go longer, we might cut it short. It just depends on what people feel. Usually when I'm on a Zoom call, it goes for like a couple hours. Sheila can tell you, because she's been on a few of those. And if Remo is here, she can also tell you about that. And Jackie says, I wish I could, already committed to an all-day card making class. Okay, Jackie. Well, remember, this is just the first one. There's a good chance that we're going to have more of them throughout the year. So, again, you can always join us. Or if you missed this one, you can always join on the next. 14th is a Sunday. Is it the 13th? I have to check. I don't have a calendar. It's really odd that this computer does not have a calendar. Ah, 13th. Okay, April 13th. I hope I didn't schedule it for the 14th. Oh dear. Okay. Okay, Harriet, that's good. I'm glad that you got the information. The 11th is a Thursday. So, yeah, must be the 13th. Hello, Miss Remo. Thank you, thank you. She's reminding everybody to show your love and thumbs up. So thank you, thank you. Now, Remo is another person who knows that when we go on Zoom, we used to go till like from 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. in the morning sometimes. So, but we're not going that crazy. No, we're actually starting earlier too. So, okay. Anything else? Any other announcements that I need to do? There is a video that I am currently working on, waiting for a shipment to come in. So, yeah, so hopefully I'll get it posted and uploaded to YouTube this weekend. Okay, so if you were here last week, I started. This quilt has kind of been on my bucket list. It's the Farmer's Wife quilt. Now, there's various versions of this, but I think, yeah, this is the 1920s version. There is another version that is the 1930s version, but I'm doing the 1920s version. And so there's also other books about the same quilt, but there are, this is not a pattern book. It's more or less a book about the actual, or there's excerpts from the letters that people wrote in for that contest. And although it does give you a set of templates and where you can download the templates, I'm not going to do that. So I'm just going to take a look at these blocks and try and figure it out for myself. So tonight, we'll do the basket. And if we have time, we'll do the basket weave. So that's blocks 3 and 4 tonight. Wish me luck. Harriet says it is the 13th on the information. Okay, thank you, Harriet. So it is the 13th, April 13th. That is the Saturday, and we'll go for a number of hours, and we usually do. What is said in Zoom stays in Zoom. Okay, thank you. Thank you for the reminder, Remo. Oh, yeah. I mean, knowing that we're all adults, we used to just have a lot of fun just discussing things on there. So, hold on. So, I'm going to be using this pink as my darker. I don't know if you can see that. The pink is the darker color. And I guess this lavender will be the background. So, well, you can kind of figure out the measurements, but I'm not really supposed to say the measurements because this is not really my pattern. And you're supposed to download the templates for this, but I'm not about to do that, so. Did I measure that right? I hope I did. Okay, so what is everybody working on tonight? Hey, Mr. Issa. How you doing, girl? Hope everything is going great in your neck of the woods. Glad to see you on. Glad that you're here. And that was, yeah. So there's the square that's in the corner. I'm going to save these for a second. And I need one that is Actually, I need two of them that are, so I might as well cut both of them. Let's fold this in half and let's cut both of them at the same time. And this can go in my, yeah, that's big enough. That'll go in my crumb bin here. Let's toss that aside. Okay, that doesn't work. That'll be the piece that goes there. And then there's another one that goes there. Oh, I need to cut it down. I need to cut it down to size. Okay, I know last time people must have been screaming through their screens that because I did cut the wrong size on some of these. Okay, then I need another pair. Okay, I'm just using scrap fabric here. The book actually doesn't, or this particular book that I'm using doesn't actually even give fabric requirements or the yardage. So either way, you'll be kind of taking a guess at a lot of it. So that will go here and here. I know I'm going to need that later. Then Cat F says I have the 30s version of that book. Oh, okay. Is it any different? I think it is. I know there's a paper piece version of this too. Hello, Miss Kelly Quilts and Cruises. How are you doing? Okay, so this I need for my half square triangles there. I'm going to cut out. I know this is going to be oversized. That's 2. Yeah, I think it is. Okay, then these scraps can go there. Wait, I'm missing pieces. This has to get cut in half to make the 2 triangles. That's right. Okay, then the 2 triangles there. Wait, like that. Those are oversized. That's going to get trimmed down. Then I need one more here. Yeah, this is why I don't like these instructions like this that actually tell us to cut individual pieces, because they always take me forever. Can I get a square out of there? No. So I do need to cut, or I do need one more. I think I'm just going to use this similar color, right? Make it scrappy. It should do. And I forgot I need let's see, I need 2 more of those. Okay, I think that's all the pieces that I need. And I totally cut that wrong. Try it again. Yeah. Measure twice, cut once. Or measure once, cuss a little, then cut. Okay, so these will go there and there. Okay. Hello, Miss Marla. Thank you, Judy. Thanks for stopping by. Sorry, let me make myself a little bigger there. Kelly Quilts and Cruises says she is good. Gave up watching the Canucks lose to Vegas. Okay. The block, this block is called, let's see. This block is called the basket, and I might do the handle off camera. And this one is called the basket weave. So, pretty common blocks, actually. Alright, let's get to sewing these things. So, here's what I'm going to do. First of all, I'm going to snowball the corners. And make sure I got them going in the right direction. So, I need to go from here to there. And then this one goes like half of a flying geese unit. So from the corner up, yep. So this one's going to get flipped back that way. That looks good. So I can cut this off. Okay. That can go in my crumb bin. This will get just finger pressed or roller pressed. Ooh, squeaky. I think I'm going to call the roller Squeak. Now I can sew these two together. Okay, let's see how I did with this one. That looks pretty good. Make sure there's no fabric under there. Normally when I sew like this, I usually have one of my little design boards propped up here, but I know you guys can't see what's on the design board, so I'm just laying it flat for now. And this one goes there. And I can sew these two together. So that goes, I'm going to press that towards, just finger press that towards the lavender color. So that will go there. Then I'll start sewing down this, which and I'll press it back with the lavender. And let's see. I'm going to make the world's a teeny tiny half square triangle unit here with these two pieces. And it's just a piece of scrap. Finger pressing that back, and we'll go with this like that. And my cute little half square triangle. Wow, that is tiny. That's about, oh, is that 1 inch? Yeah, that's 1 inch. That is tiny. Put the roller on there. No, none of those pieces. I need those pieces for later, so I'm just taking crumb pieces or these strips, and I'm just going to sew them together just to do some crumb quilting or crumb piecing while we put this block together. And I can snip this off because this is the piece that I actually need. Okay. Now this is oversized. I realized that because I didn't want to do the correct math to calculate these triangle pieces that I need. But I know what size this is supposed to be. So I am going to do this. Is that right? might be easier if I used the actual rectangle tool here. Wait, let's cut it this way. So there and there, so it's right. Yep. Got it. Should be right there. Come on. Now that should fit. Yep. Nope, a little bit off. There we go. Okay. Let me pause and see what people are saying. Those are gorgeous fabrics. So thank you, Donnell. Okay. So let me do this, because part of the reason why I am doing this quilt is because of the oops, wrong one. Still wrong. Exclamation question. Part of the reason why I'm actually making this quilt is because this quilt, ever since I knew about it 10 years ago, no, when did I find out about it? Maybe like 5 or 6 years ago, was when I first saw it. Who was it? Was it Quilt in a Day? Somebody was doing a video tutorial on it, and they did a whole series of tutorials. I believe it was Quilt in a Day because it was in a classroom setting. But it wasn't Eleanor Burns. It was someone else teaching the class. And so when I saw the entire quilt, I was like, wow, that's pretty awesome. So added that to my list of quilts, or my quilting bucket list. At that time, it was maybe only 10 quilts or so. Now, I have to edit. Or I've had to edit because it just got way crazy out of hand. Okay. But this quilt still made the cut. Oh yeah, I thought I did that, but oh well, I cut the corner off there. I'm not going to fix it. I'm just going to leave it. Okay. So, Donna, if you're asking about these I picked up from a vendor called Sawyer Creek Artistry. They're the same people that actually make all of the wooden tools that I usually use, or that you see me using. But this, This seam roller, there's various versions of the seam roller that you can use. Some people make their own. If their husband or partner is a woodworker, it's something fairly easy that you can make on your own. It's just basically a wheel, and you can purchase these wheels, ironically, at like your local hardware store. Places like Lowe's or Home Depot, they will carry that. Just ask your partner or husband, whomever is a woodworker, to just make you a nice handle. And it's fairly simple. You just put the screw right there in the middle. And yeah, you got yourself a roller. There's I know Lori Holt has her version of the roller, which I do have somewhere, just not sure where it is right now. Oh, it's in that drawer. I used to use that ruler a lot. Whoa, but it was kind of, it's really, really big. So, I don't use it as much as I used to. And why is this so small? Okay. I think I miscalculated this. So, this is supposed to be 3.5. Yep, I'm short. So that was right. I knew this was going to happen. Kim says Sawyer Creek is based here in Missouri, only a couple hours from where I live. Yep, I actually met them. The first time I met them was here in California because they were working the, what was it, Road to California Quilt Show. And that was the first time I actually met them. And I've seen them through various shows throughout the country ever since then, ironically. You know what? I'm just going to toss this one out and start over with that piece. Ow, just poked myself too. Because I still got the other half of that triangle. And yep, I can use this. Whoops. Okay, that, according to my calculations, is supposed to be 2 inches. So let's try it again. There. Okay, then I will make my oversized. It's a good thing I have a lot of these. Okay, I'm just going to make it oversized so I can cut it down afterwards. Then we'll cut it diagonally here. This one goes there. Okay, that is the top part, so I'll throw that there. And let me just get this part off. And this one goes like that. Oh, I know why this one was not right. So that is why. So let me cut this. That's right. Forgot to factor in the seam allowance on those triangles. So cut it out wrong. And then this needs to be cut in half. Now we should be okay. Which there, that's better. Gonna miss the point, but I'm not gonna care about that point at the bottom. I do care about this bulk here. That's a little better. At least it'll fit somewhat. I'll trim that down a little bit. Cut that off there at the top. Turn it around, square it off. Did I do it wrong again? Hold on. Sort of. That'll work for me. Even though it doesn't go all the way out to the corner, I'm not going to worry about that. Okay. looks like a finicky block. It kind of is a finicky block, only because calculating the size of these two triangles is a little bit tricky. Well, obviously I didn't get the math right, but I'm not going to let it bother me so much. It'll just be a design element for me. Whoops, what happened there? Thread got tangled in the back. Okay, so I gotta rip that. And it always happens on a live. For some reason. Yeah, these things usually don't happen to me, but whenever I'm live and trying to wing it, yeah, this always happens. Okay, so what's on everybody's quilting bucket list here? Or are there quilts that you really want to make that you haven't made before? For me, this is one of them, which is why I decided to just kind of see if I can just do this on a live, or do it as a live project. Okay, so the fabric went off course there. So I'm just going to straighten it out, probably because I was rushing on things. So let me just sew it back again. Okay, that's better. So that goes there. And I'm pressing that seam to the bottom. Top seam goes to the opposite way. And let's see how we did. Okay, not bad, not bad. I'm happy with this. Sort of, kind of looks like it. I think I do need to take a step back, and if I were to redo this, I would definitely try and calculate what the size of these two triangles really are. But I'm happy with it for now. Don't forget seam allowances. I can do that. I can do that myself. Yep. Okay, I'm not great at quilt math either. I can do the math. I just was kind of lazy and just trying to figure it out in my head. But I think on this one I do need to actually write it out, because this section was kind of tricky. But it is what it is for now, so I'm happy with it. Kim says her bucket list quilt is the cathedral window. And Donna Hoffler says, I want to make a basket quilt. Love baskets. Suzanne Taylor says, Lone Star. And June Hansen says, wedding ring. Ooh. Somebody I know who might still be here on the chat just did her wedding ring. And she should be very proud that she completed that. Okay, so number 3, kind of done. I'm not going to worry about this corner here. I actually kind of like it with that little space there. But, let's give this a press. And voila. I think I am gonna or I'm gonna cut something to make the handle, but I need to make a bias cut out of it. Well, let's see if I got something. Let me see if I can do it with this, because of the curve of the handle, you do need a bias cut or a bias strip. So let me see if I can actually do this. I'm just going to cut this piece here. And we'll cut a strip here. Then I can fold it. Fold it in, or actually I should fold it in half. Then fold it in. Okay, let me do this at the iron so we can shape the handle. There we go. Now I can start there. I'll fold that back for a second. Start here. Curve it up. And go there. Okay, we'll have to pin it, but that's going to be finicky, so I'll do that at another time, off camera. Okay, let's see what I'm left over with. You could have cheated on that section and done a 4-patch, then use the same size large square and do a stitch and flip on that. I could have. Actually, I should have. That's another way around. If you don't know what she's talking about, is on this bottom section here, factor out this large triangle, and you could do a 4-patch and then cut out a triangle or cut out a same size square, sew a diagonal line, and making sure that you hit right on the center to get the point. Flip the piece back. Basically, you're snowballing this corner, or do a stitch and flip. So again, this would have been a 4-patch. Cut out a background square with the same size 4-patch. Just a plain background square. Sew a diagonal line. Cut it. Do your stitch and flip. That's another way to do it. But nope, not me. I had to choose the hard way of doing it. Okay, so basket weave. I know some people call this the rail fence. I don't know. I'm not sure what the difference really is, but I need 3 colors for that. So since I got these, this I do know. What was the calculation? I believe Yep. Okay. I did do the math on this one. I was like, if I didn't get this right, that would be embarrassing. Okay. This is a quilt as you go and make it up as you go kind of methodology. That is the right size. And how many pieces do I need? 3 of each. Okay. So is anyone heading? I think Paducah is coming up, if I'm not mistaken. Is anyone heading to the Paducah Quilt Show? I know there were a ton of people at QuiltCon this year. Unfortunately, I was not one of them. But it was kind of a good thing that I didn't go because there was a lot of things going on outside of that were in need of my attention. So I need 4 of each. 1, 2. Is this? It is. Is not. Okay. Making a big mess here. I'm gonna do, there's that one. I'll pull out one more of that. And let's see, how does this work? Yeah, let's do that. Doesn't have to be matchy-matchy. We're going to make this scrappy anyway. Actually, Suzanne, there are no templates in the book itself. You actually have to go to a website to download the templates. And the templates are actually individual pieces in which to make this, which is kind of what I didn't want to do for this. I mean, of course, I know I could do it, but there's actually something like 85 different templates, which is quite a bit because it's like there's a different template because each of the blocks require different sizes. Yeah, she made like a template for each of those blocks, almost. So it's quite a lot, which is why various people have come up with different methods of doing this quilt, not necessarily downloading all of these templates and cutting them out individually. Okay, just cutting these down to size. Now I could have actually constructed this block Moving on to the basket weave. I could have done it as a strip set. It's just that I don't have strip sets in that size, which is why I'm cutting it down and just sewing the individual element. So 3, and then 1, 3. So I need one more of the Yep, that's the right size. And then one more of these. Actually, I should have cut it down as a strip set, but that's okay. Oop. Measure twice, cut once before you mess it up again. That can go in there. Okay, I think we got all the pieces so I can start sewing. Good night, Nancy. That's the fun way to do it, though, on the fly. Yep. Of course, there's some colorful language usually that goes along with it. Oh, no. This goes... Wait. Okay, I'll figure out. So this one goes like that. This one goes like that. This goes like that. And that one's like that. So let's start with... Actually, it's not really going to matter because we're going to have to sew all of these together anyway. And rearrange it probably, so... let's just grab these two. And I'm just going to press that to the side, add in my lavender strip here. Where's Roly Poly? Or where's Squeak? Press that. We'll add this one. Good night, Kelly. Oh, power's flickering. Pretty windy for a few hours and now have bucketing rain. Well, stay safe, Kelly. Hello, Miss Stephanie. How are you doing, girl? So Stephanie Harris, that is Memoirs of a Long Arm Quilter. She does have her channel. If you type in, let's see, here we go. Whoops. Let me type it in the chat there. Exclamation Sassy Steph. Whoops, sorry about the camera. I know there. Okay, so Stephanie's approaching that 1,000 subscriber mark, so help a sister out. If you haven't, go to her channel and subscribe, because that'll actually unlock a lot of features for her to use on YouTube. So that's a humongous milestone. And so that is partially the reason why a lot of YouTubers or some of the bigger channels, they always try to help the smaller channels or people that are just starting to hit that milestone, because it does, it helps out, number one, but it also unlocks features for the YouTube creator to use. Okay, I have to look at the bobbin winder because it's still winding a bobbin. Okay, last piece on these. Ugh. Okay, got this one. So we're going to lay it out again. So that can go on top of there. This will go like that. And that goes like that. And this one is going to go that way. So I'm going to sew these two together. Press this back, and this one goes like that. Yep. Okay. Now, if you've never done, or if you've done a rail fence quilt block before, this is very similar to that. The cool thing about this is there's pretty much no matching seams, so it doesn't really matter which way you press your seam allowances. There's nothing to nest and there's no points to match. So if you're a beginning quilter, this is definitely one of the quilt blocks that I would recommend to do. Okay, well, check that. You do have one section right there in dead center where you might want to actually make sure that the seams nest, or you're pressing them in different directions. But other than that, pretty good. Oops, sorry, camera went off. Let's see, wait, do I have it right? Cross, up and down, cross, up and down. Yep. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. At least I know this block is right. Of course, when I say that and I measure it in the final run. Well, I shouldn't count my eggs yet. Okay. Is that right? Yep, it's right. Okay, so each of these blocks are, the unfinished size is supposed to be 6.5. Finished, it's supposed to be 6. So I'm doing my measurements based upon that. This is very Easter colors, though. I didn't realize that. Okay. Let me press this down. I'm going to spin that seam right there in the center. Ooh, that came out very nicely. So just going to pick that one thread out. Why is it that every time I'm on live this doesn't work? Okay. So I'm going to spin that seam so that lies flat. Let's give this a press and let's take a look at our 2 blocks. So we got our basket, and we got the basket weave, so that's 3 and 4. About 80,000 more blocks to go. No, I'm just kidding. Not that much. So, how is everybody? Let me put away this before I poke myself. I did kind of poke myself there. A little bit of an injury. Okay. So, Barb McKinley. Hey, girl. You just cut the tail end, but that's okay. There's always a replay. Kim says, I heard earlier that there was an earthquake in Taiwan. Tsunami was headed for the Philippines and our western coast. You know, there was actually an earthquake earlier this morning here in Southern California. Nothing major, but I did feel like the building shake. So, yeah. Yes, please, and thank you to each of your supporters. Okay, that's Stephanie Harris saying thank you. Oh, okay, somebody thought Kim was actually in the earthquake zone, though. Looks like a mini rail fence. Yeah, it actually does look like a mini rail fence. I mean, basically, it's... the rail fences, you got strips going this way and then strips going vertical, and then if there was a third section, the strips would go horizontal again. So, kind of a mini rail fence. Quick and easy block, love it. Yep, very quick. Hard part, and I should have done that 4-patch and stitch and flip there on the basket, instead of trying to calculate the math, because I got the math wrong. But you know what? I'm happy with how this looks, even though these corners are not right. I don't think that's going to be noticeable anyway in the grander scheme of things. I am going to, off camera, I am going to put the handle on. It is going to require me to actually do it at the iron, either with a lot of steam or with a lot of pins, because I got to make a curve for that. So yeah, heading out, have a great evening. Thank you, Candy. So that's it for tonight, guys. We're a little over. I try to keep this to 1 hour, but we're an hour and 20. At least we got 2 blocks done. So basket without the handle. I'm gonna put the handle on later, and the basket weave. All right, so we got 2 of them done, and I'm going to call it a night. So thank you guys for joining me here tonight. Again, for those of you that want to join in on the Zoom call coming up on April 13th, that is next Saturday, send me an email at treasureheartcreations@gmail.com. I can send you the Zoom information. We are going to be working on, or I'm going to be working on the quilt behind me, but for the rest of everybody, most people are probably going to be doing the same quilt. But don't forget to pick up your Mini Wonderful Curves and your QCR mini ruler, and we'll be working on patterns together. Okay. if there is any last minute questions or comments. I see a lot of people saying good night. Barb McKinley says, I picked up the Farmer's Wife book. I love it. Yes. And it's interesting when you start reading, or Barb, if you picked up on this version, again, it's not really a pattern booklet, but you can read excerpts from the letters themselves, and some of them are kind of interesting. Yeah. Ooh, look at that block. That's going to be fun. And then we got another basket. Great basket. That's going to be fun. Talk about half square triangles galore. All right. So, good night, everybody. Thank you for joining me here live. And you all know what I'm going to say, so let's say it together. Let's all go out there and let's create something. Mwah! Bye for now.